Microsoft's latest research presents a novel language model called ORCA, which implements progressive learning from complex explanation traces of GPT-4, currently the most sophisticated multimodal AI model in existence. In this video, we will explain why this is a major step forward in the evolution and accessibility of AI models and artificial intelligence technology as a whole. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for AI. Here we cover the latest news and breakthroughs in the field of artificial intelligence. Today, we'll be breaking down Microsoft's latest AI model, ORCA, and explaining why it could make GPT-4 look like an antique. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so you can stay up to date on everything hot in the field of AI. Microsoft owns OpenAI, the creator of GPT-4, which is the largest AI model as of recording this video. However, they have realized a limitation in GPT-4, which is why they have designed ORCA, which is a 13 billion parameter model, compared to GPT-4, which has over 1.7 trillion parameters. You might be wondering why Microsoft would want to train a smaller model to surpass a bigger model. Well, smaller models bring the advantage of cheap training and running costs, easier accessibility, and greater room for fine-tuning and specialization. Now, with its smaller size, how exactly does ORCA dwarf the much bigger GPT-4? Keep watching to find out. Have you ever used GPT-4 and its amazing text-to-image capabilities? Let us know in the comments below how your experience has been. How does ORCA work? ORCA is a relatively smaller model that learns directly from the reasoning process of the bigger GPT-4. It learns from the explanation provided by GPT-4 when it gives responses. These explanations are complex traces of the process employed by GPT-4 to arrive at the response. You can think of them as the logic used by GPT-4 to process and answer the question. Beyond the logic, they also comprise the assimilation of different pieces of information and the simplification of complex concepts. To paint a picture of how this is revolutionary, conventional AI models are trained with prompts and responses, not the reasoning in between. GPT-4, as we know, is capable of complex reasoning and can impressively perform tasks such as summarizing lengthy text, writing essays, generating captions, and analyzing images.
It's still pretty original, though. People are training models based on the individual steps of reasoning and not just on the final result.
ORCA uses the explanations and reasoning steps as its training data, thereby learning from them. ORCA also generates its own explanations and compares them with those of GPT-4 to improve itself. Isn't that absolutely mind-blowing? Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. ORCA is open source, meaning anyone would be able to build on it and tune it for specific purposes, all while preserving the revered reasoning process used by GPT-4, without the baggage of its huge size and expensive deployment.
Their model did well, it performs well at the end of their training, and their performance is approaching the performance of GPT-3.5 Turbo and GPT-4.
Before we explain how ORCA learns from GPT-4's explanations, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to ensure you don't miss out on regular updates about the AI industry. Explanation tuning and explanation traces. ORCA is based on Vicuna, a previously open-source model that was fine-tuned on question-answer pairs from GPT 3.5. ORCA extends Vicuna by adding a new technique called explanation tuning. Explanation tuning is a fresh approach that enhances GPT-4's capabilities to follow specific directives. Using prompts like "summarize this mathematical derivation" or "create a love haiku," GPT-4 can be specialized. GPT-4's reasoning and solution procedure can be made fully transparent with prompts such as "present sequentially," "explain to a 6-year-old," or "show me how you did it."
What they're hinting at in this paper, using synthetic data doesn't necessarily limit you to the same capability as the model that generated the synthetic data.
ORCA leverages these reasoning steps and explanation traces as learning material to incorporate high-level reasoning into its compressed size. In order to obtain these explanations and reasoning steps, ORCA taps into FLAN 2022, a massive collection of over 1,000 tasks and 10,000 instructions, covering a spectrum of subjects. By sampling from FLAN 2022, ORCA gets a variety of tasks and uses them to query GPT-4 for explanation traces.
People who own interesting data sets don't have quite the lock or the stranglehold that maybe we thought they did. And then lastly, it suggests that you could bootstrap your way into a more powerful model, which is crazy.
ORCA also combines prompts from FLAN 2022 and uses them to grasp GPT-4's reasoning for even more complex tasks, thereby making itself more intelligent, robust, and versatile. How good is ORCA? ORCA has been evaluated on a number of benchmarks that test its generative reasoning and comprehensive abilities. These benchmarks include multiple choice questions, natural language inference, text summarization, text generation, image captioning, and so on. ORCA's validation performance on various datasets such as Coco Captions and CNN Daily Mail has comfortably surpassed that of other models such as ChatGPT 3.5 and GPT-4 itself, proving that smaller can indeed be better.
If it's possible that a powerful model could generate synthetic data that results in a new trained model that surpasses the one that created the training set, you could imagine they'd be using that technique to bootstrap whatever the next version of GPT is.
ORCA's success reveals multiple insights about AI's future. Firstly, it indicates that learning from explanations, not just answers, considerably boosts AI intelligence and performance. Secondly, ORCA proves that despite their size, smaller models can match or even outperform larger ones. Hence, it backs up the notion that superior performance could be achieved with fewer resources and a smaller budget. Thirdly, ORCA exemplifies how OpenAI, through inventive methods, can match proprietary AI and demonstrates how open-source AI's wider accessibility can benefit more people and nurture development of game-changing applications. In conclusion, ORCA combines GPT-4's prowess with open-source AI's accessibility and demonstrates the immense potential of explanation-based learning. ORCA occupies a unique position in the AI sphere, making it smarter than other small models and surpassing GPT-4 in accuracy.
I think what's original in it is the idea that you could get improved learning in a model, even though you're training on synthetic data from a larger model or a previously established model.
Really, AI is bringing unprecedented change. And at times, I really do feel like I'm an intern all over again. And it can be daunting on where to start and even how to think about its impact on your apps.
Thank you for watching. It's time for AI. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We'll be back again shortly.